Okay, so here we are for activity 7. It's the final one for this session. It's about modifying the report. I'm not actually going to spend that much time on showing you how to modify everything, but I'll show you the property sheet, the caption and so forth, like how do you put some text into your report, and I'll show you the just a simple one with horizontal, or where you see the form type controls that you can put into your report, right? So I'm going to use the invoice, the report we just created, the detail report, and I'm going to open 7, -7 for this activity. Right? So here I am with my databases, and number 7. Remember, number 8 is a complete version, so it has everything completed for you. So I'm going to open number 7, and once again, same deal again, enable content, make sure that we've got it in there. Now, for the reports, you can see them down here. The last one that we did, the detail report, was the client invoice. So this is the one I'm going to be modifying. So I can just right click on there and actually go into design view or layout view, or let's just do that. Let's go directly to it. Now, here is my form. Now, the points of interest was that I can pick these like the sum values which I had previously, and like I showed you in the last report, or if let's say we just run this, we go 12, you notice these guys do not have dollar figures on them, right? So if I go back into design view, in design view I can actually click on any of these parameters and go to the property sheet. So it's under design property sheet. In the property sheet I've already got highlighted the grand total field, and I can say please show me currency. Right? Okay. I can also do the same thing for the summary for the totals if I knew what that was. Let's go all the way down here, the summary, sum charge, right? And I'm going to say show me currency, right? I'll close this. You notice these two, you'll go control click. I'm actually going to expand them a bit. Actually I won't. Let's have a look. So you remember, if I run this, you'll actually see if I've got 12, you notice they're both hashed out, right? And it's not a problem, it's not an error, it's just the fact that we need to expand them out. So I'll go into layout view, and I'll control click, select both of them, and I'll open them up, and now you can see through the property side that I've actually put in currency in here. So let's close, let's go back here to design view. I'm going to go back to design view. Now design view, I can move things around here, right? So if I move my postcode, let's say here, if I just resize this guy, right? You notice it's moving both controls and so forth. So there's another thing that you have to remember, is that in design view there is a format. Sorry, not format, but in design view, if I actually go into right click on this guy, I can do layouts and say how I can lay things out. I can change change the position. I can align things to the grid. I can align things, fields to themselves or between themselves and so forth. I can change the effects of these guys as well. So I can actually pick this guy and go just as an offshoot. I'll say I'll make it sunken. Right? So if I run my report, 12. You can see the sunken field, right? But don't use sunken on your reports, because it kind of implies that you can modify things, right? It's like an entry field. So sunken, no, right? But looks good, but usability wise, not good. Right? Okay, let's go back to design view. And design view, I'm not going to change that, but let's say I want to put in a horizontal line here with my code. So let's say I'm going to move this thing down, and let's say I want to put a line across the bottom over here, so it splits my client details with my other details here. So I can actually go to design, and in design you have a bunch of tools here, right? So I can actually pick a line, right? And with the line I can draw my line in there. If I run it, let's see, 12, you notice I've got a line here. Now it's not very straight and so forth, right? So you can play around with that to make it straight, but then you can even change the properties or the properties of this line. So if I, let's say, I don't know if I've got it correct, but anyway, whatever. But if I go into the properties of this guy, I can change the width of it, right? Height of it. You know, is it a solid? Is it so I can actually change all the different types of effects, what it actually looks like, right, in here. Right? So it's really up to you guys to actually play around with the setups here. But main thing you have to understand is that I can even put in footer information into here to actually put my name in here. So I can put in a text box right here. It's a label. This guy here is a text box. Don't use text box because it's actually linked to data within tables. So if you want to put some kind of text on your report, use the label. So I click on label and I can put in here my name. And if you had a student number, right, S45, right. So now if I run my report, I go 12, I can actually get my ID across the bottom, so my footer, and we put in a horizontal line. Obviously you put a horizontal line across here and in between the summary and so forth. So if you're going to do paged bits, it looks a bit more professional. Plus you'd probably put a logo or something in the top here. So in other words, if I went to design view, I could click in here and then insert an image. Right? Sorry, image. So I can put an image into this area here. So up to you. Play around with these things. They're like page numbering, date formats, and all that. You can put in headers and footers. It's really up to you to play around with the properties of how to format a report. Main thing is for this course is don't spend too much time playing around with formatting. Make sure your reports work. Good looking report, who really cares? Make sure it works. Okay, all right. Well done. That's the end of this session, and see you guys next week.